Once upon a time, if you wanted to surf the internet, you didn't Google it, you Yahoo'd it. Yahoo was the homepage of the internet. Worth over $125 billion at its peak, it could have owned the future. But instead, it became the cautionary tale of Silicon Valley. This is the story of Yahoo, how it dominated the web, made billion-dollar mistakes, and faded into irrelevance. In the late 1990s, few names shone as brightly on the digital horizon as Yahoo. The company, founded in 1994 by Stanford graduate students Jerry Yang and David Filo, began as a simple directory of websites. At the time, the internet was a wild, uncharted expanse, and Yahoo's mission was to help users find their way through its chaos. The pair, known for their playful personalities and genuine enthusiasm for technology, built Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web in their dorm room, a project that quickly evolved into Yahoo, an acronym for Yet Another Hierarchically Organized Oracle. What started as a hobby would soon become the nerve center of the web, and for a time, Yahoo was synonymous with the internet itself. Yahoo's rise was meteoric. By the mid-1980s, the company was attracting millions of users and rapidly expanding its offerings. Yahoo was not just a search engine, it became a portal to news, email, shopping, finance, and entertainment. As the dot-com bubble inflated, Yahoo's stock price soared, and so did its ambitions. The company went public in April 1996, and investors flocked to get a piece of the future. By January 2000, Yahoo's market capitalization approached $125 billion, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. But what made Yahoo so special? At its peak, Yahoo was the gateway to the internet. For many, it was their first stop online each day. Yahoo Mail became the default email service for millions. Yahoo News was a primary source of information, and Yahoo Messenger connected people in real time. The homepage was the starting point for browsing, a curated hub that guided users through the digital landscape. Yahoo's vision was grand, to be the center of the online universe, and for a time it seemed unstoppable. Yet beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. Yahoo grew quickly, but its strategy was often scattershot. The company acquired dozens of startups and platforms, from GeoCities to Broadcast.com, hoping to capture every emerging trend. Many of these purchases, however, were poorly integrated and failed to deliver lasting value. Yahoo's leadership struggled to define a clear identity. Was it a media company, a technology innovator, or something else entirely? This lack of focus foreshadowed deeper problems to come. The early 2000s brought new challenges. The dot-com bubble burst, sending shockwaves through the tech industry. Yahoo's stock price plummeted, and the company was forced to reckon with its vulnerabilities. At the same time, new competitors were emerging. Google, founded in 1998, was rapidly gaining ground with its superior search technology. While Yahoo was still the dominant player, it was beginning to lose its edge. One of the most critical moments in Yahoo's history came in 2002, when the company decided to outsource its search technology to a then little-known company called Google. Yahoo's leadership, focused on being a portal rather than a pure search engine, believed that partnering with Google would allow them to concentrate on content and services. In hindsight, this decision ceded the most valuable part of the internet, the search experience, to a rising competitor. As Google refined its algorithms and expanded its advertising network, it quickly eclipsed Yahoo in both traffic and revenue. Yahoo's troubles were compounded by missed opportunities. In 2006, Yahoo had the chance to buy Facebook for $1 billion, but the deal fell through when Yahoo's board hesitated. Just 2 years earlier, they had walked away from acquiring Google for $5 billion. These decisions, seen as prudent at the time, would later be regarded as some of the biggest blunders in Silicon Valley history. Meanwhile, Yahoo continued to struggle with its identity. The company cycled through a series of CEOs, each with their own vision for the future. Terry Semel, a former Hollywood executive, tried to transform Yahoo into a media powerhouse, but his efforts were hampered by internal resistance and the rapid pace of technological change. Under Carol Bartz, Yahoo attempted to streamline operations and refocus on its core businesses, but the competitive landscape had already shifted. In 2008, Microsoft made a $44.6 billion bid to acquire Yahoo, a move that would have dramatically reshaped the tech industry. Yahoo's board, convinced that the offer undervalued the company, rejected it. The decision was met with skepticism from investors and analysts, who saw it as a missed opportunity to cash out while Yahoo was still dominant. In the years that followed, Yahoo's market value continued to decline, and the company struggled to find a path forward. The rise of social media further eroded Yahoo's influence. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter became the new hubs for online interaction, drawing users away from traditional portals. Yahoo's attempts to compete in this space, including the ill-fated acquisition of Tumblr in 2013, failed to gain traction. The company's innovation slowed, and its products became increasingly outdated. Throughout the 2010s, Yahoo faced a series of scandals and setbacks. The company suffered massive data breaches, compromising the personal information of billions of users. These incidents damaged Yahoo's reputation and eroded trust among its remaining audience. Meanwhile, advertising revenues continued to decline, and the company was unable to keep pace with rivals like Google and Facebook, whose targeted advertising platforms were far more sophisticated. Perhaps the most telling indicator of Yahoo's decline was its shrinking user base. Once the homepage of the internet, Yahoo became an afterthought for many. The company's relevance faded as users migrated to newer, more innovative platforms. Its sprawling collection of services, once a strength, became a liability, too unwieldy to manage and too disconnected to form a coherent whole. By 2016, Yahoo was a shadow of its former self. The company agreed to sell its core internet business to Verizon for just $4.8 billion, a fraction of its peak value. The sale marked the end of an era, as Yahoo's brand was absorbed into a larger conglomerate, and its legacy was left to history. But the story of Yahoo is more than just a tale of rise and fall. It's a reflection of the rapid evolution of technology and the challenges of staying relevant in a constantly changing landscape. Yahoo's early success was built on vision and innovation, but its decline was shaped by missed opportunities, strategic missteps, and a failure to adapt. Yahoo's legacy endures in subtle ways. Many of the services it pioneered, webmail, news aggregation, online communities, remain central to the digital experience. The company's alumni have gone on to shape the tech industry in countless ways, bringing lessons learned from Yahoo's triumphs and failures to new ventures. And for those who remember the early days of the internet, Yahoo remains a symbol of both possibility and caution. The lessons of Yahoo's journey are instructive. First, the importance of focus. Yahoo's attempt to be everything to everyone ultimately diluted its strengths. In contrast, companies that succeed in the long term often have a clear mission and a willingness to double down on their core competencies. Second, the value of innovation. Yahoo's reliance on third-party technology, particularly in search, allowed competitors to leapfrog its offerings. The tech industry moves quickly, and companies that fail to invest in their own products and platforms risk being left behind. Third, the role of leadership. Yahoo's frequent changes at the top created uncertainty and hampered its ability to execute a consistent strategy. Visionary leadership is essential, especially in times of disruption. Fourth, the necessity of adaptation. The internet is defined by change, and Yahoo's inability to evolve with shifting user preferences, whether in social media, mobile, or advertising, was a key factor in its decline. Finally, the power of timing. Yahoo's greatest opportunities came at moments of transition, when bold decisions could have reshaped its future. The company's hesitance to act, whether in acquisitions or technological investments, ultimately cost it dearly. Today, Yahoo is no longer the center of the online universe. Its brand persists, but its influence has faded. Yet the story of Yahoo serves as a reminder of the pace and unpredictability of technological progress. In just 2 decades, the company went from a dorm room project to a $125 billion titan, and then to an afterthought in the digital age. For those who witnessed its rise, Yahoo's homepage was once a daily destination, a place of discovery, connection, and possibility. Its decline is a cautionary tale, but also a tribute to the spirit of innovation that drives the internet forward. The Yahoo story is not simply one of failure, but of transformation, a testament to the challenges and opportunities that define the world of technology. As the digital frontier continues to expand, new giants will rise and fall, each shaping the future in their own way. The lessons of Yahoo, both its brilliance and its missteps, offer guidance for those who seek to build something lasting in a world where change is the only constant. And so, the Yahoo story endures, not just as a memory, but as a chapter in the ongoing evolution of the internet itself. So, what can we learn from Yahoo's fall? Opportunities don't wait. Passing on Google and Facebook cost Yahoo its future. Being first isn't enough. Yahoo was the original internet giant, but without innovation, it fell behind. Leadership matters. Constant CEO turnover killed long-term vision. Don't underestimate disruptors. Google looked small once. So did Facebook. From the homepage of the internet to a forgotten icon, Yahoo shows that in tech, missing the future is the fastest way to become the past. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Boardroom Biz for more real lessons from inside the boardroom.